It's almost time for Christmas, and if you are starting to worry about how you can get your fabric in time to still make a quilt, keep watching. Hi, it's Donna Robertson with Fabric Cafe. We have some information for you along with some beautiful new fabrics, and we want you to be able to get your fabric before Christmas in 2021, so order before December 15th. We also have a special deal on shipping and a little discount for those who are signed up for our newsletter. So be sure to go and check that out at fabriccafe.com and sign up for the newsletter. Now we're going to start off with some gorgeous new fabrics, and this is a cute quilt. And talk about fast. This one is so fast. You are going to love this one. You make the same basic block and then you turn the blocks and you've got something that looks like you worked really hard at it, and you did not. So let's put that on the table and we'll look at these cute little trucks. I'm not sure exactly why trucks suddenly became so iconic with the Christmas, but they have. And these cute old-fashioned trucks are just adorable. We've got this new Moda fabric that has the number 1 fabric is going to be the trucks with the gray background. The number 2 will be the trucks with a red background. And then we actually did the sashing with a little sprig of holly on black, and it really makes that red and gray pop. Now this one is super fast. The pattern is called So Fast. The kit number is 8021840, Home Sweet Holidays. And on the back of this quilt is the Donna's Pick. Now this is a great fabric that's going to coordinate perfectly with the front. And it even has these little circles that kind of mimic the wheels on the trucks. So this is the pattern. It's called So Fast. You get 1 free pattern with every kit that you purchase. Or if you want a free book, all you have to do is skip the free pattern and say, I want a book, and you tell us which book you want. And we do have 10 to choose from. Now the next one that we have is, this is an example of Picture Perfect. Picture Perfect is a super easy quilt. It's a big block and then a sashed block, and it goes together really fast. So you still have time to make one. I do not have this fabric, but look at this gorgeous new Christmas fabric that actually has some sparkle and shine to it. This one is called Poinsettia Sparkle, and it is absolutely gorgeous. And you can see this would be in this particular block. This is your focus fabric. This is the biggest block. Then we have in the secondary block, you compare these two, you put the lightest here, and then you frame it with the number 3 fabric. And every one of these has that little sparkle and shine. Now this is printed on here in such a way you're not going to get any of that rub off like years ago we had a glitter fabric that was just awful to sew with. This is not at all. It just stays on there and is gorgeous. Now this is 8021841 Poinsettia Sparkle. Picture Perfect is your pattern. And that is available in the book Quick and Easy 3-Yard Quilts. So that one is our newest publication, and it has this along with the twin and the king queen designs so that you can make it larger if you want. 1 kit will make a lap, 2 will make a twin, and 4 kits will make a king queen. Now this one is called So Quick. And this particular pattern is one of the first 3-yard quilts that I ever designed, and it has stayed in the top 10 ever since. And I think because it is so quick to make. It has a big 10-inch block. It has 5.5-inch 4-patch right beside that. Now let's put this up here and look at some Christmas fabric, and we do have pieces and parts for you. Now this pattern is in our download only book. This one is called Quilt Favorites. So if you need some great patterns to make up before Christmas, you can actually order this one and download it right away. So we're going to start with the pieces and parts, and this is the reason why it's so quick, because all you have to do to start with is make a square. Super simple. And that will go in here. And these are the Christmas kitties. They're awesome little kitties with all these pretty colors in them. Aren't those fun? Now sometimes I think Why do we think it's so fun to have a cat tear up your Christmas tree? But they do. Now the second step in making this 4 patch is to make strip piecing. I do a lot of strip piecing, and whenever I do that, I just sew strips together like this, and then we cut what we call units off of the side. So this is just simply a unit cut from the side of this, and then we cut all of that strip up into your units. Now once they're also cut into units, we are going to put them in place on this quilt, and you are going to put this here and here. This just rotates, and you have this great looking quilt. We are going to block it, and it goes like so. Let's get that all lined up and get some of that awesome sunflower from behind. So you can kind of see it right in here, how pretty that's going to be. Very, very fun quilt put together in a big hurry. And this one is the Christmas kitties, and they are absolutely adorable. And there's a little touch of metallic to really kind of make it sparkle and shine. Then you compare these two and you get your number 2 fabric, and that will go in the number 2 spot. The number 3 is going to go in the darkest area, and so that is your number 3 fabric. And the kit is 8021842 Kitty Christmas. So Quick is your pattern, and it is in the book Quilt Favorites. So if you want Quilt Favorites, you can download, you can purchase and download that book, and we will send you a link for that. Now the next one is called Harmony, and this is gorgeous. Talk about sophisticated. This one is very much so, and I really like the way this one turned out. Normally we don't have such a dark background, but oh, how awesome it is, because it creates that pop and really accentuates all of the golds in this. Let's put that on the table. Look at this beautiful new fabric. All of the Christmas balls in silver and gold. I think I'm going to do my tree this way this year with the silver and gold. That is so pretty. And then this is the background color that we have in this kit, and that you compare these two and it will go in the background. Now your number 2 fabric is always the fabric that is going to cause the remainder of the designs to pop. And this is a great quilt if you have 2 focus fabrics, because really these trees are gorgeous and they have a beautiful focus to those as well. And just laying those like this with that wonderful butterscotchy gold in the background just makes a gorgeous quilt. So this one is called Sophisticated Christmas, and it's 8021820. Harmony is your pattern. Harmony is only available in the Easy Does It book, but you can get any one of our other patterns will work with this. We are suggesting that you use Dash, because Dash would work really well with this particular pattern. Now the next quilt that we have here is called Roman Holiday. Roman Holiday is one of my favorites. Whenever I designed this, I just fell in love with it, and it looks good in just about any fabric. Now we're not going to be looking at this particular fabric today. We've got some great Christmas fabric. It's got a big block, and then it has a pretty simple block here. We'll go ahead and crop that out so you can see that block, and you can see how it looks. All right, so the super simple block is right here. So we're going to put this here. So you've just cut 1 square for the number 1, and then you do this simple block where you do your strip piecing, and then you start adding pieces to it, and it just comes out really fast and easy. So that's the block that we're making on this particular one. Now the fabric for this is fun. Now this one's kind of a little more sophisticated, and this one is just cute. I have to admit, I've only been skiing 1 time, and I've never been so sore in my whole life. So I look at this and it reminds me of that day. And it took me about 2.5 to 3 days of trying to ski before I finally made it. And it was almost time to go home. So I never went back. So if you've had a skiing experience, you'll have to share with us. So this is the wonderful little snowmen skiing, and the snowflakes have that little silver glitter to them, really sweet. That's going to be your big block here. And then you compare these two. This is your light fabric in the background, and then your number 3, and this just looks like ice crystals on that red. That's going to go here in the number 3 spot. Now this one is Dashing Through the Snow, 8021843. Roman Holiday is the name of that pattern. It's only available in the Quick as a Wink book. And the alternate pattern that we're suggesting is Bold Block, which will also really show off your snowmen dashing through the snow. Remember, you can get a book free if you buy 3 kits. Now this one is another new motif for this season, and we have really enjoyed this one. Love seeing it around. It's so pretty in that white. You can really see where the number 2 fabric causes your design elements to pop. And then we alternated those tree colors up here to give it a little more movement and interest. Let's put that one up here on the table. And this pattern is called Christmas Forest, and we do have that fabric available. So here's our holly in the number 1 spot is the red. It goes here. The little multicolored dot is going to be that background. Kind of mimics the snow, but it gives you a little more color and movement to your quilt top. And then the number 3 fabric is the green on the gray holly. I love this. It's a very, very Christmassy looking without just being too in your face. It's something that's nice to go on your sofa and cuddle up with on those cool nights. The number is 8021762. Winter Mornings. Christmas Forest is the pattern, and that is only available in an individual pattern. It's not available in any book. If you wanted this to be one of your choices for getting a free book, you could pick one of the, any pattern in any book will work with any 3 yards. This one is called Dreamweaver. Dreamweaver is a fun one. It looks a little more complicated whenever you're looking at it because it actually looks like it's been woven, but in reality it's done with vertical rows that go together very nicely. So whenever you put that together, the colors just work. It does need high contrast, and I've found that a high contrast with the light and then the light and dark in your quilt. So this is all the blues and a little bit of a purple in the background. It really causes the contrast between all 3 patterns in order to see that woven look. So we have that perfect for you here. This is called Winter Wonderland, and this has the gold sparkle. And so this will be our number 1 fabric, and that number 1 fabric is normally what we call your focus fabric. And I've put it into design. Whenever I design, I really play around with those colors and figure out where it's going to show best for this particular fabric. This one will go right here in this particular spot. It's the number 1. Oh, I think I did that wrong, so sorry. This is the number 1, it's going here. The number 2 fabric is your background that causes your design elements to pop. And then your number 3, and this is a gold accent on this fabric. It's almost kind of a grungy look with that gold. It's going to be here and here. And those 3 fabrics together, as you can see, really cause the contrast that you need for this particular one. 8021844, Winter Wonderland is the name of the kit. Dreamweaver is the name of the pattern. It's only available in Quick as a Wink, but an alternate pattern would be It's a Snap, and that would be really fun with the white background and the big squares cascading down on that one. Be great. Okay, this one is called Byzantine Door, and this is an older fabric. We don't have this anymore, but it sure does show off 2 focus fabrics real nicely. It's a super easy one to put together with those big blocks. Goes together very fast. Now this is another beautiful fabric from Moda, another one of those shimmery kind of fabrics with those red cardinals. Isn't that great? And this is a tossed fabric, so it's going to go very nicely in the quilt. we chose that for the number 1 spot. And then in the number 2, we have the red berries with the green in the background for the number 2 spot. And the swirl scroll with the glitter on that will be your number 3. So that's going to be going everywhere that you see the green. It's got a lot of red in this, but you can see how nicely these two contrast and how nicely these two contrast. So it's going to be a gorgeous quilt. Okay, this one is called Cardinal Christmas 8021845. Byzantine door is your pattern. It's available in the book, Quick and Easy 3-Yard Quilts. It's also available as an individual that you can get free with every kit, or again, buy 3 kits and you can get 1 book free. Now these are fun. These are the happy quilts, you know, the ones that just make you smile. Got your snowmen in your number 1 spot. Number 2 spot is your candy canes, and then this is all sashed in a strip piece method. And we do have this fabric available. This is called Pretty Simple, is the name of this particular pattern. Okay, so Pretty Simple. You've got those cute snowmen. I love their little red striped scarves that go with their red striped candy canes down here. That's cute. So number 1 goes in the number 1 spot. The number 2 spot goes here. And the number 3 is your sashing, borders, and binding. So this one goes together very fast. It is called Merry and Bright 8021437. Pretty Simple is the name of the pattern, and it's in that downloadable book, Quilt Favorites. So you'll want to check that out. And remember, Quilt Favorites is the downloadable book that you can get instead of 3 of the patterns if you're purchasing 3 kits. Now we do have 10 books in print, and you can download these books if you're interested in doing that, so you can get them fast. But remember, if you need to get some fabric in there so you can get some quilts made, then order before December the 15th, 2021, and we will get that out the door and in your hands before Christmas. And if you would like to sign up for our newsletter, go to fabriccafe.com and sign up for the newsletter. That's how we send out coupon codes and free shipping, etc. So we appreciate your joining us, and have a very Merry Christmas.